Okay, so today we are stuck in the garage. I really wanted to do this video out in the field. Nice forest, nice cool shade. But due to circumstances beyond my control, can't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this video in the garage. It's 102 outside right now. And I've got a couple of fans, so hopefully it doesn't interfere too much. But I wanted to show how I pack and what I pack into my little DIY Overland rooftop tent trailer. So this is how it is when I'm on the road. I've got everything tied down to the best of my ability, and so far so good. So let's start up here with the front. You can see I've added a 5-pound propane tank. My last video I said I wanted to get one. I did. I may end up putting a holder right here, mounting this here. I don't know yet. I don't want to get that far into it. We'll take it out and see how everything works. So up front here, I have the tank, I have my trash can, and my 2.5 gallon water. And the reason I put that in there on the way out is because it seems to leak. And that works pretty good, keeping it from flying everywhere. Right here, it's going to be hard to see, but I have a bag. It's a dual zipper bag. It's, I think, 36 inches long. And I'll show you what I have in that. Back here, in this bag, I have my homemade jack pads that go underneath for my stabilizer jacks. They're 4, I think, 3/4 inch plywood screwed together. And I have my chocks. And you can see back there is a Husky, I think it's a 19-gallon tote. I have another one of those bags here. I'll show you what's in that. And then back there I have my camp box. So let me start at the front here. I will start taking things apart and show you what I got. Alright, so I got everything unhooked. There's my trash can and water, and here's the propane tank. I think I probably will end up mounting it right here, but not yet. So let me take these off, and then this is just a rigid toolbox. That was loud. I've had these for a while. This has been my camp box for the longest time. And inside here I have a whole bunch of stuff. This is my DIY awning, toilet paper, dude wipes, fire starters. Let's see, in here I have some sanitary stuff, foil, some more matches. Back here I have tent stakes, tent poles for the awning, and a plastic hammer. Up here I added this so I can put my trash bags up here, and that has worked good so far. So let's move on to the bags. All right, these bags are pretty nice. They have a handle on them that's on one side of the zipper, which is nice because you have the zippers. I don't know how well you can see this, but you have the zippers here. When I have these closed up and I put this up, I have a bungee that goes in between the both of them on top of the Husky box that keeps them tight out of the way of the tire and really no way of going anywhere. There's also 2 hooks. Let's see if I can get this. I have 2 carabiners here on these loops, and they're just attached to the rack up here on a hole. I don't know how well you can see that hole, but that helps them from going anywhere. It's on both sides. These bags are nice and big, and I'll put everything in the description. But in this bag, under the crow's nest, I have Gary's throne, his little cot. I have, this is a little table. And I have a broom and dustpan for when I put out the mat, so I could sweep it off. So now let's move to the other side. This is the same bag. I have it the same way. I have the handle on the outside so it protects the zipper from opening or anything. And on this side, it's basically just 2 of the cheap Walmart camp chairs. That's what we've been using. I have 2 better chairs, but they're bigger and don't fold like this. So these bags are perfect. I'd like something more of a hard, but I haven't figured that one out yet. All right, now for the back, this is generally on here. This is wrapped around the bungee that holds the bags together. And what this does is keep this bag together or from going anywhere, which, like I said, has my homemade blocks for my jacks. And then I have a couple of carabiners holding my chocks in place. These are what I put out when we're out and about. And then I have the Husky tote, which of course is black and red, just like the trailer. And I'll show you what's in that. All right, inside here, this is the bathroom, the privacy tent for the bathroom. I have a plastic table. This is the one we use more often. We had these back, I got a couple of them actually in the garage. These are what we used with our travel trailer, and now we use them with this. I have this rug that goes inside the bathroom. This bag has got Gary's dog dishes. Got them off Amazon. And then this is the toilet. I don't know if you can read that, but like I said, I'll put everything in the description. And then I carry just a piece of rope. And that's it. Let me put all this stuff away, and I'll open up the tent and show you what I got inside there. All right, now we're going to go to the tent, but first I wanted to show, I found these, and it's the same that holds the blocks in place, but this is an adjustable bungee, and it's got metal hooks on it. Oop, there you are, metal hooks on it. Now the tent comes with these straps here, and they Velcro. Now, what I noticed, since this trailer is about 3.5 inches taller since I put the new wheels on, the air hits pretty good, and this is zippered, and it blows up the top pretty good. Air gets inside and blows this up. So I just got this kind of as an extra precaution. So let me open it up and I'll show you what I did on the inside of the tent. All right, I need to cut in here and show another little, I guess you want to call it a mod. So this tent is held down by these Velcro straps. The ones in the back just fold over once. They don't have a whole lot of pressure. These ones here, this is back where the hinge is. This is where everything compresses. Now, because of what I have inside the tent, this strap here doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to go back under here to a loop, and then Velcro or hook and loop back on itself. But I've got this way too fat now. So what I ended up having to do is taking some of my most favorite thing in the world, and that's mule tape. That's what we called it in the phone company, and that's what I call it. And I had to make my own little compression straps. I go down, up, and this is real easy to just get some pressure on it and then tie it off. So I'll show you why I had to do this in a minute. So here's the inside of the tent. I've got my little light here so you can see it a little better. So I have this strap here to keep everything in place because this is the side that folds over to that side. Now I like to have my head down here, but I keep the pillows down there because that, like I said, this folds that way. Those pillows compress pretty good, but that's the reason, and everything else I have in here, that the tent is so thick. Now I like this tent because it has a little moon roof there. But anyway, so what I keep up here is, this is actually a queen size comforter. I have it doubled over, and I usually use that as padding. I sleep on top of it. I have another little blanket that I sleep under. Now, in my last camping video, I had my air mattresses, which I blew them up for demonstrational purposes, but I let the air out before I close everything up. Otherwise, this thing would not close. But in that last video, it was the first time I'd used these, and I had them on top of this little piece of padding, and I said I was going to try it this way next, so I switched it out. So what we have is we have the pad that came with it, which is 1.5 to 2 inches. I have my little air mattresses that I blow up about 3/4 of a way, maybe more. Then I have this little, what's supposed to be 1.25 inches, but yeah, right. And then the comforter. Like I said, I get rid of this. This is just to keep everything in place when I fold it over. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but these are my little pillows. These are cheap, what are they? Ozark Trail, Walmart, but they compress pretty good. And that's why I have to use my little mule tape straps. Once I let the air out of the mattress, that gets really flat. But with all the padding and then these, it stays pretty thick. Now, my OCD did not like the way it was before. Let me go back around this side. Because without the pillows in here, when I'd fold this up, the tent would have a bit of a lean to it. So when you put the cover back on it and get it all closed up, it kind of had a lean to it. It made the whole thing look off. With the pillows in there, it levels everything out. Helps my OCD, and everything just looks better. But this is how I have the inside of the tent. And so far I really like this tent. This padding was a little wider than needed, but I liked the fact that I cut it here, keep this up so you don't bump into the poles here. But that's it. That's how I have this thing set up. That's how I have it packed. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I will leave everything in the description below of what I've used. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. I like the bags, but sometimes they do rub against the tires. I think I'm going to put a piece of wood in there up against the fender just to make sure nothing rubs. But that's about it. It's probably about 110 in this garage, even with the fans. So I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to say, as usual, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in another one. And that's it. Thanks for watching.